Oh, oh my, oh my! There, I was rather unprepared to go live. I'm not gonna lie. Uh, you know, we weren't here yesterday because we had a meeting. We weren't here the day before that. Oh wait, we weren't here yesterday because we had a meeting, but we also had some minor surgery on Tuesday. So your boy was he was out to lunch. Oh, we got Matt Roth in the chat. It says big dog, dude. Give me that Tiger Woods like, yo, big dog. Let's get to work. But awesome. Thank you for commenting, saying GM Matt. Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody's tuning in. My name is Dude Lifts. This is Scroll with Me. This is where we scroll the crypto Twitter timeline and where we ingest, where we kind of like let me kind of like goose fraba. We scroll and then it's like a feedback loop. I scroll, I look, I say, you hear, then you say, then I hear you. And then it's this kind of like meditative group therapy processing session for what the hell is going on here in crypto Twitter. So it is Thursday, July 31st. We are here. We are live. People are logging on, saying what's up. I apologize for a few minutes late this morning. My computer straight up wouldn't start. One, it was out of battery. Then I got it charged. And then it was then it was done. Let's see. MBL. Okay, so Matt Ross says MBL is a sharp guy, and him and I are arguing over the gaming side of Top Shot. Would love to hear your thoughts. I guess, and to be fair, like I'm not a huge this is a weird way to say it. Like I'm not a huge sports fan. Like I don't watch sports. I don't watch football on Sundays. But I really enjoy sport. I know that's really weird. Like I like the Olympics. I like individual sports. I was a kind of recreational powerlifter for a while, so I love I follow weightlifting. I follow racing. But I've never been like, maybe I just don't have enough room for like multiple fandoms in my brain. So that being said, I love Top Shot and what it is. Granted, like, do I play fast break? Like, no, that's just not my speed because I don't know enough to be dangerous. It's the same reason when my friends ask me if I want to play fantasy every year, I go, you don't want me playing fantasy. Like I will ruin you. It's the same reason I'm not good at poker. I was at a poker tournament and they're like, oh, can you play? And I was like, you will hate me when I play because I know enough to suck. And that makes me dangerous. Like, because people are like, why would you do that? Why would you play like that? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know any better. And they're like, you're not following the rules. Like now you're fucking it up. And I'm like, oh, sorry. So all that being said, the gaming set of Top Shot, like Fast Break, I've seen a lot of positive stuff on the timeline about the historical Fast Break. So I think that's cool. I don't know. I guess my only comparison in my mind is like Pokemon. Like people like to collect Pokemon cards. People like to play Pokemon cards. Some people collect, they never play. Some people play, they never collect. I guess it feels to me like there's enough room for everything. It feels interesting that, not only the first party company like Dapper Labs can produce gaming experiences, but then other people can produce gaming experiences. That to me is like, in a certain amount of time, I guess. And like I said, I may be completely over my skis, so no expert here. But in a certain amount of time, it won't even be the the like gaming side of Top Shot. I think this is the same. Hopefully, this is the same as true with NFL All Day, Disney Pinnacle. Like people might build like Marvel Snap style games on top of Disney Pinnacle, like, and it won't be the gaming side of Disney Pinnacle. It'll just be like there are these collectibles, and you can do a bajillion things with them, and that's really cool, and that's amazing that people can build experiences and businesses and make careers out of it. I mean, you look on Etsy, you look on Instagram, in the level of fandom and the devotion that people have to these fandoms and the time and effort and money they spend to get no recognition and no reward is crazy. And so I'm like, the fact that people can participate, gain value from doing so, I think is pretty cool. I've seen some of the talk about how the gaming side, they feel like it detracts from the collectible value. I mean, I'm not deep enough in the trenches to say yes or no. On the outside, I don't see how that is. I feel like collectibles are collectibles. Like if other collectibles have value for other reasons, then that's fine. Like, I don't know. Like I have a wall of Pokemon cards. I don't play Pokemon. It doesn't bother me that people play Pokemon competitively, that they bend their cards and their corners to play, and they don't respect the collectible value because they're playing the game. That's fine. Um, so I don't have a particularly strong opinion on it. That's just kind of my uninformed take. So I don't know. Uh, could be wrong, could be right. We'll see. But I think ultimately, like I said, it won't be the collected. It won't be this side or that side. It'll just be there are these collectibles, and you can do uh, innumerable things with them. But maybe that's an uninformed take. So we'll know. But let me know what you think, Matt. Uh, so let's get, without further ado, let's actually begin to scroll here. The point of the scroll with me, Drew in the chats has got the notification. Yes. Thank you, Twitter, for sending out notifications. We've got about 40 people watching now. So now that I'm done with my completely uninformed Top Shot rant, we'll begin to scroll, because that's what we do here. We scroll the timeline and we find out what's going on here. So let's start off with the first tweet here. We've got BZ in the chat with the eyes emoji. We love a good eyes emoji. What's going on here? So CrossMint just announced that they're going to be, they are live on Flow. CrossMint does a lot of really, really great stuff, like kind of email onboarding, fiat on ramping, pay with your, Apple Pay, whatever you'd like. So that's on Flow. And it looks like BZ is interested in that. So very cool. We'll see what comes of that. Let's keep going. Yo, we've got McDonald's doing it. Wait, wait. Okay, this is crazy. McDonald's is doing a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles times Hello Kitty collab. I mean, McDonald's is at the pinnacle of culture at this point. So incredible work. I love that. And maybe this is like, not to harp on the Top Shot thing, because maybe sports and this is a different analogy, but it's like, this shows the flexibility of like IP and people, what they can do with it. Like, I think any kind of, and maybe this is my, like I said, I'm not married to this take. Golden Wolf did this for McDonald's, maybe. To me, and I guess, sure, there are some collabs or use cases that may quote unquote cheapen a brand, but I still think there's probably room for a lot of stuff here. I'm like, would someone look at this and say like Hello Kitty collab Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fucking abomination is like cheapening the brand? It's like, probably not. Most people would think that this is a good thing, that this is growing the pie, that this is exposure. And I would say that maybe even the gaming side of Top Shot to me feels like a way that's sticky, keeps people coming back. So I don't know. Like I said, could be wrong, but so I think this is growing the pie. Really cool. We've got David Horvath here saying, appreciate all the kind words. Yeah, super excited to see David Horvath come on the Klanos team and see what he does. Dude is a brain when it comes to like IP proliferation in Asia. So very cool. I'm very excited to see what he does. And I got a chance to chat with Cab a couple of times in New York, and first time we get to hang out in person, and really, really just solid dude. So I'm excited to see what this team cooks up. What does Stars say here? It says, let's go. I look up to these guys. Very exciting stuff. So it says the last time Deet and Roham collabed, NBA Top Shot was born. Why is this the Top Shot stream today? Last time Deet and Roham collabed, Top Shot was born. This time history doesn't repeat, but it does rhyme. Classic anime epic handshake meme here. Yeah, very cool. Yeah, it's going to be sick. Those two are cooking. T-minus 30 minutes, we're live. Back in the bloom. Oh, we got D's doing a little art collab here. Going on OpenSea, printing on Ape Chain. Okay, D's, we see you. Oh, we've got Chris Mattern here, the new CTO from OpenSea, talking about one of the new voyages for ENS. Pretty cool. Let's see what Boot has to say. My mantra in crypto has always been to give away advice and alpha for free. Some might call that crazy, but the universe is a funny way of rewarding us. Dude, Boot, I agree. Dude, every major win that I've had in crypto, I'll tell my buddies, because I'm not gatekeeping. We aren't gatekeeping around here. I'm like, oh, I did this, I printed on this coin, whatever. They're like, oh, why did you send me a DM? And I'm like, I literally tweeted about it the moment I did it. Literally just put it on the timeline. And then I got some feedback. They're like, oh, you tweet too much. It's low signal. We can't determine the signal from the noise. I'm like, the noise is the signal. The noise is the signal. Your boy has ADHD. I'm like a fucking pinball machine going back and forth. The noise is the signal. You haven't clocked that I'm standing on business. All right, let's see here. Let's see. Jalaza says, trying to give you alpha. It's coming soon. I've got some big flow blockchain alpha that I don't think I'm allowed to share yet. You're not. Just to be clear. Okay, so we've got, dude, I'm telling you, this is the NBA Top Shot stream here. At this point, I feel like the timeline, I always say the timeline provides. I'm like, I gotta like go get more packs or something like that. Like, maybe I gotta play historical fast break. Maybe that's my angle. Does anyone have an AI agent that can like help me with the basketball stats? Like help me out here. Let's see. Yeah, so this is really cool. I'm very interested to see what the gameplay is here for historical fast break. Okay, we've got Kitty Punch here says KUSD, an algorithmic stablecoin built on top of Kitty Punch plus FX is coming to Flow blockchain. It's time to capture native yield and beyond. Okay, we've got Aton in the chat says, I know all the stats for the NBA. My man, then, and he says it's scary time, scary hours. All right, then I need you to help me play NBA Fast Break. Let's team up. Let's form a team here. We got prizes to win. We got cars to win. But we've got KUSD, an algorithmic stablecoin built on top of Kitty Punch plus FX is coming to Flow. It's time to capture native yield. And we've got this crazy serpentine capturing. I see USDC. I think this is Curve. I don't even know what that is. Is that something of a USD, PYUSD? Dude, algorithmic stablecoin? Dude, what year is it? You know what I'm saying? What year is it? Dude, if anybody can do it, it's the Kitty Punch team. These guys are cracked. They will build. They will build it. And maybe it's time. Maybe it's time. And I've been saying this about stablecoins. Like, and once again, anything I say, I don't hold too tightly here on my convictions. Drew says, when is the guest on Scroll With Me? We've had one guest on Scroll With Me. Okay, so talking about this, I'll get back to the Kitty Punch thing. But you know how there's like the thread guy effect? Like people come on the thread guy stream and then they their coin pumps or whatever. Okay, so we've had two. I think we've actually had two guests. But our first, so one was Pocky, and Pocky come up. It's on the Doodles team, but I think he was on the Doodles team before. But regardless, our first ever guest was Shaw256. And at the time he's working for Bankless, he had a show called Apps No Entrees. He has since gone on to become the official listings manager for Coinbase. So I'm just saying, this is the Scroll With Me effect. Okay, we've got Matt Roth here in the chat. Says, just click autofill. Okay, so maybe that's kind of like a fantasy lineup where you're just like, I don't know. Boop. All right, maybe I'll mess around. Do some historical fast break, or maybe the regular fast break. So thanks, Matt. Appreciate that. Okay, but here's the thing: algorithmic stablecoins. Here's my take. So I don't know. Like I've been around crypto for a while. One of the things that originally attracted me to crypto, I grew up around we'll call it centralized finance, TradFi, and I was always really suspicious of it. Like even though both my folks were in it, I was always kind of like, they would tell me shit like, okay, so this is bullshit, right? Like this is all bullshit. So I think I just kind of had a natural suspicion towards TradFi. And so that's why I think crypto really interested me amongst many reasons. And so, yeah, like for us to kind of put this really big emphasis on stablecoins, I get it. It brings people in. It's a bridge to bring, normies into crypto, and that's cool. But it feels like, especially as more market cap and more kind of TVL gets occupied by stablecoins, it does feel like, okay, cool. So we have these like decentralized systems that we're almost building this kind of centralized dependency on, because we have these centralized currencies, right? These centralized value exchange mechanisms like stablecoins. I don't know. It worries me a little bit. I can't say exactly why, but it worries me. So I think about things like algorithmic stablecoin in the sense that like, okay, cool. Can we have an internet native, value exchange mechanism that is like born of the internet? Like Bitcoin is free of centralized finance. Can we have a more stable stablecoin that's free of that? Who knows? Maybe Kitty Punch cooks it. They're fucking brilliant. So we'll see. But I would definitely be watching that. Turn the notifications on. So we've got Cappy says, this game looks sticky as fuck. Doodle Jump inspired. And a great example of lore building across new verticals. See what I did there? Nice. Character building within Doodle's IP. And game loops is something I've hoped for in a while. Yeah, so Doodles announced this. They announced this game a little bit ago. And it looks like they're kind of taking a new spin on the kind of wearables thing because it seems to be like there's ton of NFTs that you can buy in game for Kyle, the keeper, and jump around with his beard. So yeah, we'll play it, and hopefully it's a lot of fun. I'm excited for that. I need a new Telegram game. I genuinely do. Me and Mom, I don't know what LOML. I guess I'm washed on the wedding day because you don't trust anybody with the ox. Nice. That's funny. Who's ready for ETH Global NYC? Yes. ETH Global NYC. I don't think I'll be there because I'm still recovering. But I'm excited for everyone. The Flow team will be there, kind of going strong. A lot of heavy hitters out there. So let's see the match of the century. Yes, the paint drying championship. These emissions from Dolesville are a lot of fun. They're definitely some like lore building and some world building for Doodles. It's pretty cool. Let's see here. Let's go Flow. Hey, love it, Drew. Thanks in the chat. Appreciate you. Okay, this is funny. So Jenna from Coin Fund, I saw a tweet of hers yesterday that said she was at NASDAQ for celebrating the 10 years of Ethereum and said like, I think the caption was like, I donated my 20s to be in this photo, which I thought was like, damn, that's hard. That's a heavy hitting tweet right there. And then she said the next 10 starts today, back to building. Very cool. Very cool. Congratulations. Oh, we got Pratik from BZ quote tweeting the Crossmint announcement saying this is juicy as hell. Hell yeah. Let's keep going here. Oh, we got a crypto slab. Dude, what'd I tell you, dude? This is the NBA Top Shot stream today. Ooh, Now Media says a federal appeals court has vacated the wire fraud conviction of ex-OpenSea exec Nate Chastain. The court ruled the confidential NFT listing info did not qualify as property under the wire fraud statute. Crime season. It's crime season. Simply put. Oh, we've got some game streaming here. Pirate Nation, Gigaverse, Remix GG. Very cool. Oh man, I wish I could be listening to this space. I'm sure it's pretty great. The Rally team, now OpenSea team. Very cool. Okay, interesting. Okay, so now, let's hear the other side of the take here. We got some Top Shot, some juice here. I'll be here in the minority, but historical fast break is terrible news. For so long, historical moments were the only one that were more or less at their actual collecting value with no artificial bumps. That's no longer the case. Yeah, it's interesting. And maybe this is kind of like the CryptoPunks kind of thing, but like, yeah, I don't know. Interesting to think that like the ability to do something ruins the quote unquote collectible value. Interesting. And maybe that's exclusive to like sports cards. Cause like I said, my only analogy is like Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean, yeah, I guess it's so unique to each collectible because it's like Lego. It's like you build them. Of course, you use them. They're collectible, but of course you build them. You use them, you do that. Yeah, maybe this is kind of an exclusive attitude towards sports cards. But yeah, it just feels like in the internet age, the more stuff that you can do with a collectible, like I guess I hesitate to see how that detracts from your ability to collect. Like if someone else wants to enjoy their card in another way and it makes them feel good, then I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But interesting. Good to hear the other side of the coin there. I'll think about that a little bit more. Like the ability to do something with your collectible somehow detracts from its collectability. Interesting. Okay. I'll mull that over. Let's keep going here. I'm scrolling way too fast here, to be honest. Okay, Robert Hackett from A16Z says the question isn't whether to flip the switch, but when. One of the most common questions I get about marketplace business is when you should start taking fees. I work through interesting. Yeah, I mean, this is one of those interesting things when it's like, people kind of use like a fee-less marketplace as like a loss leader. I feel like that's kind of a tired methodology. Like it almost feels like a rug in a way. And I'm like, find another way to incentivize it or build a better product. I don't know, but maybe I'm being myopic, as they say. Okay, let's see what Matt Nedved says. Upcoming ETH price action will be a key litmus test for NFTs. Extra space, I think. Yes, look at that. Oh my god. Look at that little. Well, at least we know he's not using ChatGPT. You know what I'm saying? At least we know he's not using ChatGPT. Let's just get a little like, okay. Oh god, I keep clicking it. Okay. Upcoming ETH price action will be a key litmus test. Yeah, that's a tongue twister, my guy. Many will rise in USD value, but watch which collections appreciate in ETH terms. What with ETH and with ETFs, Jesus, and treasuries driving the underlying asset. That's the real indicator of market sentiment. They're obvious ones to double down. All right, I guess we'll see. This is my Star Wars Volume 1 Golden Chewbacca pen from Disney Pinnacle. There are 558 others like it, but this one is mine. Yes. Oh my gosh, look at this pin board. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna double click on this PFP because look at this. This is one of my favorite collections in Disney Pinnacle. The anime Star Wars like full set, it's just chef's kiss. I mean, it's so good. I'd never seen Star Wars characters interpreted like this, much less like an official Disney collectible. Like it's just too good. It's simply too good. They are running back another Disney Pinnacle Marketplace event this weekend, back to back. So it's going to be a wild weekend. Just saying. All right, let's keep going here. Oh, you know what? It's past 9 o'clock, but my 9 a.m. meeting got canceled today. So we're rolling. We'll probably go for another 10 minutes or so. So let's go ahead and refresh the timeline. Let's keep it fresh. Let's keep it fresh. Let's see what the timeline has to provide here. When you develop PTSD after giving your Pokemon cards to a little cousin, he traded them for marbles. Yes. So collect those soup cans. Oh, what is this? Okay. What is it? 9 o'clock. Let's see what BZ has to say. Let's go extra time, says Kuya. Yeah, you're right. So put your wallets away, swipe that plastic. Card payments are now live on BZ. Full graded slabs. Seal products for the claw. Cards first, bridge later. I'm in trouble. I'm simply in trouble because BZ has activated card payments. So yeah, we're in trouble. But we're just going to give that a quick little retweet. Let's do that. Let's do it. All right, let's see here. Oh gosh, Jerome Powell. I don't even know what's going on. I'm like so unaware of what's going on, Jerome Powell wise. All right, what does Noah say? Why pay Magic Link? Give the card to the audience. We will take care of it. Yeah, let me just like here's my card. Have fun. Let's go. Maybe with extra time we'll take a BZ rip. Nah. That's too crazy. We never leave the timeline. Okay, why pay Magic Link insane prices per wallet? You can have your own server manages all these accounts for users. Is the key to walletless onboarding. Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, Noah's cooking out here with the Phoenix Wallet API. So if you're building on Flow, check it out. We're now live. Flow Blockchain, home of consumer Web3. Oh yeah, we love to see it. Let's actually go visit the Crossman page here. Sorry guys, I'm doing my gonna do my job here at the same time. So give me a sec here. Come with me and you'll see. Alrighty. Okay. What does Tree have to say? My goal is to improve by 1% every day. Anyway, I can. Oh my gosh. I bet this is incredible. Styling Vitalik Buterin. This is incredible. Let's get
water bottles in the vest because your net worth.
Okay, why would you style Vitalik in Gorpcore? Let's be honest. Iculus said, I said good day, sir. I said good day. GM Iculus. Thanks for tuning in. All right, let's keep going here. Didn't vibe with the first one. This Doodle Short is awesome. Okay, so the first one, yeah, so that's the emissions from Dolesville. Very cool. Okay, so we got Matt Roth. He's been in the chat. We're seeing the tweet. The timeline provides. So Matt says, best development years, pumped for this good work. I never made sense to me that the very best players, Hall of Famers, were less valuable than benchwarmers. This will help that little good work, Top Shot. Okay, cool. So it seems like Matt is a fan of historical Top Shot. Interesting. Okay. So thanks for starting some conversation here. Oh, and then we got a thread here. It looks like that's what he was referencing that MBL was talking about here. Let's see. Let's see what MBL says. The game is non-financial. It's not funded by the same group that issues new cards. I'm not opposed to the concept of a game around Top Shot moments. I'm opposed to having financial rewards leading to more moments being minted to pay for those rewards. We're going to show more. We're going to show more. And the impact on market values that comes along with this financial rewards. Okay, interesting. Okay, so I think the take that I'm understanding is like, if people are assuming they can get additional value over minting certain cards that may not be as collectible in whatever subjective measure that is, but now they are more collectible because there's like a prize behind it, and that's maybe. And so that, I don't know, but I tend to think like kind of like free markets price those things in. I don't know. In collectability is so trippy. Like, for example, Disney Pinnacle is so funny because, and I've said this many times. It's like, let's say there's a pin that is like, it's not a banger. It's not a banger. It's simply not a banger, and so people don't mint it. And then 9 months later, it has a low mint count, and everyone's like, "This pin is so rare, bro!" Like, markets do market things. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I think they tend to. A-Town says bullish at dude lifts. I mean, hey, the credit is not to me. Not to me, my brother in Christ over here. But thank you, regardless, for the kind words. This is like, yeah, the whole Flow team is absolutely on a generational run right now. And we will be for the foreseeable future. But yeah, very excited to have CrossMet on Flow. I think this is going to unlock a lot of stuff for EVM builders, including people like BZ. And I know a lot of other people building on the CrossMet tech right now, that we gave an early preview to a lot of community builders. They're really excited to get their hands on it. So really cool, really cool. Awesome. All right, let's see. We got like 2 minutes left. So let's give it a little refresh, and then we'll round it out. You know, we got to keep that 30 minutes here. I'm just going to give this a retweet anyways. YOLO. Wait. Knox Kitty from Kitty Punch. We have some additional context here. First came volatility, now comes balance. The ritual is almost complete. You know me, I've been pumping my FX bags. I'm just saying. KUSD, FX. The cook is real. The cook is real. Oh, man. And watching this mint out in real time as I'm scrolling and not minting it, pain. All right, so we get another Disney Pinnacle Marketplace event this weekend. Very cool. Let's see here. Toads. We like for the toads. Kitty music, kitty punch, kitty something. Yes. Vinny Hagar, 10,000 punks, 10,000 letters, 55 fries, 55 cheeseburgers. All right, let's see here. More vaults like the 628 Stablegate vault are the building blocks of sustainable high yield on DeFi. In less than 30 days, the Tau Labs team has grown stablecoin liquidity from more than 60 early access SPs on Flow to more than 2%. Yo, real. More markets also cooking on Flow. I mean, so they have, this is actually really cool. I'll take just a second to show more markets. One, because Patty McPearls is absolute brain DeFi builder. Very much respect what he's doing. He's been building for so long, like working so hard at the back end of this. Now it's finally gone live. It's just exciting to see. So essentially there's like strategic vaults on many different kind of chains and networks. But the majority of them are either like permissioned, or there's certain kind of, or they're off chain. Right. There's kind of nothing that's, and I won't say perfect, but like on chain and permissionless, right? That would be the end goal. And that's what More Markets does, is they make vaulting on chain and permissionless. So anybody can come in and be a strategist. They could be a quant and make the little strategy, and then other people can enter that vault. The strategist can earn fees. The people can get good APY. And so they released 2 vaults in early access. And one of them is a stablecoin vault. One of them is a staked flow vault. Staked flow vaults generating like 130% APY. And each time they raise the cap over the weekend, it's been filled, just like bang, bang, bang. Really cool. And this Tau Labs vault's generating 15% on PayPal USD. Pretty cool. And PayPal USD makes up 65% of the stablecoin market cap on Flow. So do the math, bro. Home of consumer Web3, PayPal USD. It's cooking. It's cooking. The stew. If you haven't been paying attention, smell the fucking soup. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit excited. But to be fair, I'm getting a little bit excited because I've been on the flow team for a little while. Flow team has been working so hard to be ready for that next killer app to break out and for all the infrastructure underneath the flow to be ready to capture that attention. Because it wasn't true back when it happened with Top Shot for the first time. And so very excited for all that stuff. Yeah, the groundwork has been laid, and now we step our foot on the gas. But that's the last thing I'll say. It is 9:10. It is time for me to log off. But we've got 100 people in the chat watching. Thank you so much to everybody who tuned in, listening to me yammer on about the things I see on Twitter, listening to my uninformed take about Top Shot Fast Break. Yeah, maybe we need to have kind of like a roundtable discussion about it at some point. Who knows? But thank you all who engaged in the chat, said what's up, who are regular viewers or first-time viewers. Tomorrow's Friday. We will be back. But until then, I will see you all